Look, my bitch is all bad, my niggas all real. I ride his dick in some big tall hills, big fat.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, ignorant millennials. Welcome to the show.
Welcome, ignorant millennials. Welcome to our episode number
Episode number 10 over
10
there.
episodes. Ignorant millennials, I just want to take this moment to thank everyone. Thank you for the love and the support of 10 episodes, Kat. Did you think we'd get here so soon?
Nah, I didn't think we'd get here so soon, but the love has been great. The feedback has been great.
Amazing.
Love it. Keep it coming. Even the criticism, keep it coming. Help us improve on ourselves as well there.
Yes, we love all the feedback we've been receiving. And yes, we noticed that we posted something recently this week on a mini vacation that we took. So later on in the next coming few weeks, we have something special for you guys.
Yeah.
From that show. But yes, otherwise, how's your week been, Kat?
It's been great. Obviously, as you say, we went on that mini vacation.
That was
It was
nice,
great. Just a bit.
Chilled.
Yeah, chilled. Obviously, then, last night, this whole Trevor Noah thing and Julius Malem. But it's all good.
It's all
otherwise.
good.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, guys, without further ado, today we have I know we say this a lot, but every show is quite special.
Yeah.
I think in one of our early episodes, we spoke a lot about like things that young people becoming or entering the workplace should be considering. And one of the big topics was about insurance.
Insurance, yeah.
Right? And we have a very special guest today.
Yeah.
Tepo, what's up?
I'm good. How are you, man?
You're good, man.
Good, man.
Welcome to the show,
Sure.
man.
No, thanks, guys. Thanks.
Welcome,
man.
welcome.
Yeah,
mate.
welcome to the show. Glad to have you. Thank you for sparing a Saturday morning. I'm sure it's not
Yeah.
easy waking up early.
It's not.
It's
Actually,
not.
I actually got a call from work to come in, but I was
Today?
like, today.
Yo.
But I was like, and these.
Yeah, special
Yo.
guests make special like moves for us. So
Yeah.
thank you for that. But yeah, so I mean, like we'd obviously reached out to talk about the show and today's content, but I think it'd be nice for our platform to just get a feel of who Tsepo is. And Karen's going to lead our quick fire session.
All right. So we'll ask you like two questions or two options. You choose one of the options. Basically, that's how it goes down, man. So Drake or Kanye West?
What tough one.
It is a tough one. It is a tough one.
But I would lean more towards Drake, right? Because I just feel like
Okay.
He resonates with you
He's
more.
taking it the next
he's taking
step.
it to a next step. Like
Okay. Next
I
level.
even saw now.
Yeah.
I actually saw he bought
Jet.
the Boeing.
Oh, yeah,
Boeing's
that's
a-
insane.
Yeah.
So for me, I think I know Kanye West is great and all.
Yeah.
I think my only problem with him is this whole him being Jesus thing.
Jesus.
That's the only thing.
That's the only one.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
the only thing. But
Okay.
otherwise, his music is good. He does his thing. But for me, I'm going with
Single dad Drake. Shout out to all the single fathers and single parents. Yeah, look after your kids.
So the E63 M4?
Tough one.
That's a very tough.
It's a very tough one.
I actually put up a poll
Yes.
of this on my Instagram.
Oh yes, I saw that poll this morning.
It was crazy. So
Yeah.
people were pulling this side, others
Yeah.
were pulling this side. At some point it was like 50-50.
Yes.
But I stopped it this morning
Okay.
and it was
The poll was M4 versus C63.
yes,
right?
versus C63 because
Okay.
I couldn't find a picture of an M4 and an E63.
E63, okay.
Yeah, but it's fine.
Yeah.
So at the end when I closed the poll, it was leaning towards the M4. So
The
it's
M4,
like
okay.
52% M4 and
Yeah, nah. But I hear you. You're telling us people's.
I'm telling you something because I don't know how to answer the question.
It's E63
Yes.
or M4. Your last day on earth, you can only drive one of these two cars.
Okay, before I answer, let me just explain, right? I feel like an
Yeah.
M4 is like, you know that cheese boy?
Okay.
He looks very good. He's
Yeah.
good with the ladies.
Yeah.
He's just perfect. Right?
Okay.
But with the E63, it resonates more with the guys. He's like that cool dude.
Okay.
Who's always with the guys.
Grown, more
who's
mature, he's a
grown, more
man's man.
mature, You know,
Okay.
when he gets there, he buys the drinks.
Lomzad.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So, I think
Yeah.
with that being said, I'll take the cheese boy.
Oh,
Okay.
simple, straight to the point. Yeah.
Money or sex?
Money, definitely.
Okay.
Because with money, you can then buy sex.
Ooh.
Right?
Okay.
Guys, we're dropping jewels today. Like, look out and listen for everything being shared today.
All right. We won't dive any further into that. Colgate or Aquafresh?
I didn't even know that there's a difference.
There's a difference.
Oh,
So when
okay.
I get I'm like,
Yeah.
I just want Colgate.
Yeah.
So,
Someone's like,
Oh.
please buy me the Aquafresh Colgate.
the Aqua, you know.
So I can tell you the difference because I like Colgate. I prefer it more. Aquafresh is more foamy. So yes, yeah, but okay. So
Yeah.
you're indifferent.
I'm indifferent.
Indifferent. Okay.
Okay. All right. Book or movie?
I feel like I've studied a lot.
Yeah.
Tired of books.
Tired of books.
So movie definitely.
Movie.
Movie.
So, okay.
Okay. All right. So would you watch these movies alone, or how do you watch a movie? Do you go alone? Do you go with somebody?
You
Do
don't
you
go
go with
alone. That's
people?
weird as hell.
I used to go, like when I was single, I used
Yeah.
to go to the movies alone.
So you're not single anymore.
Okay, no. But I used to go to the movies alone. Awkward.
Yes, guys,
Awkward
it's
AF.
awkward.
Yeah.
There's no need to force this.
I feel like people can see that you are alone.
Yeah. D-Mac goes alone to his movie. D-Mac, what's... Like, you've accepted this.
I watch all Marvel movies
By yourself. You know the one time he specifically did not want to watch a movie with Kat and I because he wanted to watch it by himself. It's still weird though.
Yeah, no, it's
I
still
think it's
So
still weird.
with you watching all these movies alone makes one wonder like why? What does Tepo do for a living? Does he not have time? What does he do?
Okay. So what I do for a living, I am an actuary by profession. Right? Have other side businesses on the side, but
Yes.
by profession, I'm an actuary. I studied actuarial sciences
Yeah.
at the University of Pretoria.
Okay.
Okay.
And what that is, it's actually difficult to explain,
yeah.
because it's like it's more about mathematics. Okay, so let me tell you just about my journey, how I ended up
Yeah, please.
studying this thing. So I was in matric, and then I applied for the usual chemical engineering,
Yeah.
law,
The
doctor-
usual.
the usual,
The
you know.
usual, yeah.
Then after getting my results in January, someone told me that, oh, actually your results are very good. Why don't you study something more mathematical? So I was like, I don't even know these courses. You know,
Yeah.
I'm from a small village, not a village, but a small town back in Limpopo.
Okay.
So this guy told me all about actuarial sciences and everything. Then I did my research. Then I was like, you know what? I like what I see.
Yeah.
So let me try and call the universities to change and stuff like that. So I had applied to 3 universities: University of Pretoria, UCT, and Wits.
Yes.
So I called UCT. UCT said I had to fly in,
Yeah.
speak to the dean, and if he accepts, then go back home, grab my stuff, and come back.
And
I was
start,
like,
yeah.
Come on, that's not.
What a
Wait,
Practical.
Fly in from where? Limpopo?
Yeah, fly into Cape Town, speak to the dean,
Oh,
of
okay.
admissions.
Okay.
Okay.
Then I was like, okay, that is not happening. I then drove to Vets, got to Vets, and then spoke to the dean. The guy was like, no, it's too late. Like, it's all filled up.
Yeah.
There's no time anymore. I was like, all right, cool. So my last option was actually the University of Pretoria.
Victoria. Yeah.
When I got here, stood in those long queues, and then finally I spoke to them, I gave them my results and stuff like that, and then they said, okay, we'll put you in the 4-year program.
Okay.
I was like, okay, no, that's cool.
As opposed to what would be the normal program.
The normal program is 3 years
Oh,
and then
okay.
1 year honors. So
Okay.
they wanted to put me in the 4-year program, and then you're still gonna do your honors.
Honors,
So,
okay.
yeah. So I was like, okay, that's cool, because I was actually I was not prepared for this initially.
Okay.
So it's cool. Put me in the longer period so that I
Yeah.
can adjust.
Get to it.
Yeah. Then, long story short, after 2 days, I opened the portal and I was actually in the 3-year program.
Wow.
Okay.
So I was like, okay,
Let's do this.
let's do this.
Yeah.
So, but what the course is about, so they teach us a lot about mathematics,
Okay.
mathematical statistics, calculus. It's more mathematical based,
Okay.
right? And then the jobs in which you can go in are your insurance industries. They love actuaries.
Yes.
Your banks.
Banks, yeah.
Your investment companies, your consulting so there's a lot of opportunities to go into, and especially now there's something that the actuarial society is starting. So it's called going into wider fields. So
Okay,
instead
as
of
opposed to
your,
the traditional
as opposed to your
ones.
traditional one. So now actuaries can also be seen in these telecom companies, and so for me, I like that. I like that I can go into so many different industries and learn so much with this one degree than having to study, have to do MBAs or a lot of things. So I was like, let me just do this
Okay.
actuarial science thing, yeah.
So when you wake up, cause like I don't know what, okay, when an actuary wakes up, well, I have some insight though. What right now?
Yeah.
When you wake up, you say you're going to work. Like you mentioned earlier, they called you at work. One would think that you work like in an IT environment, the system is falling down. Like on a weekend, why you been called to come into work? What's the emergency? Why?
Okay. So before, when I was still in Cape Town, I worked at an insurance company, right? Now there, what I used to do is we used to predict when people are going to die.
Okay.
Wow.
Sounds
Like you
scary.
build the models.
You build a model
Okay, yeah.
to predict when a guy's going to die.
Okay.
With us doing that, we're doing it because say a guy comes in, he says, guys, I want 10 million life
Life cover.
right? Okay, cool. Now, obviously, if we tell the guy you need to pay 5,000 rand per month, just a random
As your
number,
premium,
right?
yeah.
Give him 5,000 rand to pay a month. If he pays 2 premiums and he dies, where are we going to get the 10 million from?
Yes.
Right?
Because now he's covered and then you
Because now
guys
he's
are
covered.
liable to pay that out.
So
yes.
at some point, we need to predict when this guy's going to die so that we can predict how much he needs to pay and for how long till we can break even. And then from there, it's profits.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Can we just go into a little bit more in that?
Okay.
So when you say break even and when you start making profits,
Yeah.
like in a much more simpler term, so how do you get to that break even and the point at which you now start making profits from the insurance perspective? What do they do with those profits? Is it put away somewhere?
Okay.
What do they do with it?
Okay.
Yeah.
So still on the same example.
Yes.
So the guy's paying 5,000 rand. We've predicted that this guy's going to die when he's 50 years old.
Okay.
He is now maybe 20 years old. And then we've predicted that we'll break even when he's 30 years old. Right?
Oh, okay.
So just 10 years. So what happens is that when the guy pays us the premiums, we actually invest
Okay.
this money.
Yes.
Right? We invest the money in such a way that after 10 years, if you calculate the premiums to date that he has paid, it's still not the 10 million.
Yes.
But because we've invested that money,
it covers
it already covers the 10 million that we need to pay him out. And then now going forward, whatever he gives us
Yes.
is now just profit.
profits. Yeah.
And because we are dealing with a lot of people, so it's the law of large numbers now.
Yes.
Because now we have a lot of people, we are pooling the risk.
All of those funds. Yeah.
Because obviously if you have, say maybe 100 people, they are all not going to die
At the same time, yes.
No. The person who dies first, we're going to use that other people's money to pay him. And then unfortunately you're not dying, so you're not losing, but we're
Yes.
using your money to pay the other guy.
The other guys.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming that's a concept that applies in different parts of insurance, be it
Yeah.
medical insurance,
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
car insurance, all
Yeah.
of those things.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I guess, wait, so that whole after 10 years, we can give you a portion of your premiums back. That's just,
We've already made
Yeah.
a shitload of money.
So,
So now we can just give you a portion,
gosh
so I'm
darn.
actually, like you mentioned, like that's, you guys basically derive those formulas. Do those formulas change? Because surely you don't go every day to work on one formula, like, because,
Those formulas do change, but depending on the population.
okay.
So there are different populations. I mean, people in Sandton are expected to live longer because they have better healthcare facilities. They have better gyms. They take care of themselves.
They're just in a better position to take care of themselves.
Exactly.
Okay.
Than someone who I would say I don't want to mention, but say maybe a guy living in Alex.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a bit.
So,
Because they're next to each other. It's a nice
then-
contrast.
yeah, you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
the Alex guy does not really have a lot of money. So stuff that he eats are like amagwinya,
Yeah.
you know, things like that.
Yeah.
So things that
So-
are not healthy.
If you guys like, say for example, if you work at company XY, right? At XY, there's like 10 actuaries. Like I'm thinking in one particular department, what are those 10 actuaries doing on every day, like when they get a job? Because in IT, I can tell you, like, for example, if we have like 10 BAs and 10 developers, they're not all working on the same thing. So what is it that you guys are doing? Like if there's 10 of you in one particular department in the company, what is your
One
job?
particular department or one particular team?
Team, both ways.
Okay.
Yeah, let's break it down there.
So in the team, that's why we have smaller teams. So you'd find that we have a team of 4 people.
Yeah.
It's the manager and 3 analysts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So, like you're saying, you don't need a big team because the majority of the work that is being done,
Yeah.
the things are being built. They've been built.
Yeah.
Right. They're there. So what you need to do is just to analyze new products, analyze the existing products. Are we still doing well?
Okay.
And then maybe come up with innovative stuff. You know, so it's not, you don't really need a lot of people
Okay.
in the team if systems are in place.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
So then your experiences, to your example earlier, has been in the insurance world. So
Yes.
so take the typical platform member that engages in our show, somewhere between 20 and 35,
Yeah.
right? So to that person, what should they understand about insurance, and say what are the different types of insurance that are out there that would be applicable to them? So I mean, I know maybe I pay insurance on my car and like maybe not much else at this point, but what else is out there, and what should these people understand about insurance?
Okay. So firstly, I'd like to say insurance is not a scam.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like it gives you
Yeah.
Yeah.
have
You just said you take other people's money to pay somebody else. That sounds like a scam to me.
it's not a it's not a triple M where we can't sustain what we are doing.
Yeah.
With triple M, the reason it's called a pyramid scheme is because this guy needs to pay this one for the scheme to continue. So if this guy's not there anymore, then no one is paying this guy. That's why the whole
Collapses,
pyramid thing collapses. But with us, like I'm saying, we don't the only time we might use other people's money to pay you is if we have not yet broken even at your policy. You understand what I mean? Yeah. So if we have not yet broken even and we did promise you this money, then we will use other people's money. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So that being said, it is not a scam. It gives you peace of mind. I mean, Bafana.
Yes.
I mean,
You're
just
covered,
said that.
yeah.
Yeah, you're covered. You know, if your car gets stolen, they'll pay. Hopefully, if there's no like frauds and stuff.
Yes.
Excuse me.
And do you see a lot of like insurance fraud when people either claim, or is fraud a heavy issue when it comes to insurance?
It is a heavy issue
Okay.
because it does not only happen at the end stage, as in say a person has now, they claim that they are now dead and
Yes.
then you need to pay for them. It not only happens at that stage, it happens when a person approaches an insurance company for the first time, because he approaches them with a plan.
Yes.
Saying, okay, I'm here, I'm going to produce these documents, and then after maybe 2-3 years, I'm going to now defraud them like that.
Okay.
So there's a lot of there's a lot of fraud like that happens, and that's why the guys are working very hard to try and and I mean, another fraud is, Kat, you've been paying insurance on your car say for 5 years.
Yeah.
You're like, I've been paying for so long, I haven't claimed. Let me just crash my car so that I can get a new one. That is fraud.
It's a form of fraud.
Yeah,
Yes.
it is, because if your car is insured for retail value, that's basically what it means. If you crash it, they'll buy you a new one.
New one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you touched on then retail value. So you can insure your car, whatever asset you're covering, at different values.
Yes, so you can either insure it at the retail value or market value.
What's the difference?
Yeah.
The difference, retail value, new from the box.
Okay.
Market value, second hand.
The value of that same car today.
Today.
Oh, okay.
The price that a person is willing to pay for your car right now. So that's the market value. It's the market that decides those prices.
What should people be relatively, and I know it's dependent on a number of things, but what is more comfortable, at least for you, to insure your car at, between the two? And maybe your rationale for the choice.
For me, I'd say if you have the money, go for retail. Value. Yeah, but if you don't really have the money, because insurance is expensive, I'd say go for market value.
Market value.
Yeah. Not only is it expensive, you guys don't want to pay. You have high excesses, and you always look. So actually, I have a lot of question. Why the excesses? Yeah.
Okay, let me touch on that. So excess is a form of. So excess is money that you need to pay to the insurance company. First of all, that's the definition, right? Now the reason there's excess is because we want to hold you accountable of some sort. Right?
Okay.
We know that we said if you crash the car, we'll pay you, but you need to take some form of responsibility. If there's no excess, then
everyone will just go around crashing.
Everyone will just go around crashing.
Okay.
Then us buying them new cars, right?
Okay.
But if you know that if I crash my car, I'll need to cough out 30,000 before they can fix my car, then you're gonna think twice before you start drinking and driving.
So be extra careful.
Right? You're gonna be extra careful.
It's like a behavioral
it's a
correction type of.
It is. It
cost.
is.
Okay.
But we don't have that in medical insurance. So not as well like I go and run around in the cold because I have or to get flu, knowing that I'm gonna I have medical insurance. You don't do that.
But but the thing is with medical insurance, they don't pay you cash. What happens is that they'll pay for your hospital bills, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So who wants to sit in a
But
hospital?
it's the same thing even with car insurance. Like if I hit into somebody, they're not going to give me cash. They're going to fix the car.
Yeah, but now you have new parts or you have a new car.
Yeah, right? Now I'm back and I have good health.
Okay, wait, on the point of access, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, surely there's a reasonable level of what can be access. So for example, we encountered a friend of ours recently where I think they had a car that's in like the Rio and Polo range roughly, and they had to pay an excess of 60,000. 60,000 on that range of car. So I mean, what are like some of the terms? So if I'm about to sign an insurance contract, right? What are the specific things I should look out for and make sure I've considered or have noted?
So the specific things are when you actually get that call from an insurance company, and you're doing the whole quote.
Okay.
So at the end of the quote, they'll tell you this is your premium, and they'll probably tell you this is your excess.
Okay.
Right? Now how it works is that if you have a lower premium, your excess is higher.
Okay.
Right? If you have a higher premium, your excess is low.
Okay.
So,
and I know like products like Discovery, they have zero access.
yes,
Yeah.
there are some, like my insurer also,
Yes.
it has zero access.
Okay.
Now, it's a bit difficult to find those kind of insurance companies because for them to give you no access, you kind of have to have a history first,
Okay.
where you've had insurance before, uninterrupted insurance before, and then you've been paying well enough to a point where they're like, you don't really need an access, you don't claim. And you remember with the whole, what's that company that gives you 400 rand?
Outsurance.
Outsurance, yeah. So with Outsurance, you do a quote with them, and then if they can't beat your quote, it's 400 rand. But if you have never claimed, then they give you 800 rand. I've tried it; it works. They actually, They actually give you the money.
Yeah. Dimak, you've tried that before, right? Did you get your money?
I didn't get my money till today.
You and I, mate. You and I.
You too.
Cat as well.
You guys
Cat as well.
like you guys are.
Yeah, so because I mean, then we start thinking like, are these things even real? Like, do they even get you? But we also know about the insurance, the Ombudsman. I I think so. I mean, a lot of people encounter issues, be it within their whole insurance ecosystem. So, what is the role of this ombudsman, and what is their role?
Okay. So an ombudsman is basically a regulator.
Oh,
right?
okay.
So this is like a guy who doesn't pick sides. He doesn't care if it's a big insurance company or if it's just CAT, say, right? So the say perhaps CAT, you didn't get your 400 rand, you can write to the ombudsman and tell them that no, I did whatever they said I must do. I provided them with my code. They gave me this code and they still didn't want to pay me the 400 rand. You write a letter to him. Right?
Okay.
He then takes the letter and then he does his investigation. So he goes to the insurance company and asks them, but this guy provided everything, why didn't you pay? They'll probably give their reasons, and then if he feels that their reasons are not well enough or they're not sufficient, then he will request them to pay you your 400 rand, and they'll have to do it.
Yeah, but then also, why is the ombudsman, with the significance of their role, why is it so hard for people to know that these people exist? I mean, and I'm grateful that you came on the show. Like, where are these people? Where are they sitting? Do I need to have a special friend or contact? Are they...
They're actually sitting in the fine print on your policy document.
Snap, like all documents most likely have that.
They probably have the ombudsman details there. They actually put, it's a regulation that the policy document must have those details for people who don't know to engage with the ombudsman if they have problems.
So with that said, what would you say are the things for one to look out for when getting insurance? Because it sounds like it's hidden detail about the ombudsman. It's not that transparent.
I wouldn't say it's hidden.
Okay.
If you know, you know. Right? I think it's...
If you know. Most people don't know.
Most people don't know because they just think, okay, fine, insurance company is this holy place. If I have a problem, they'll fix it. But they'll only fix it if everything is fine. If you haven't lied, if all your papers are in order, you know what I mean? So if insurance companies start now coming to tell you, Kat, no, call the ombudsman, call the ombudsman. It's like they are trying to tell you that they are not actually good or they won't pay you out, or you know what I mean?
Nah, it's not about
it's
that.
like looking at the negatives.
Nah, it's not about that. So here it is. So the ombudsman is a point of escalation, basically, right? So in whatever company you work for or whatever, right? When you introduce to a client, can be a client internally within the company, like another department, you got them as your client there in the company. When they introduce, hi, this is Tepo and whatever, then Tepo's manager, you need to introduce as to who is the point of escalation for if Tepo fails at something. That's just standard procedure as well. It needs to be transparent. So I know if Tepo messes up...
It is there in the document. Yeah. It is there. Did you know that the ombudsman is not only for insurance companies? There's a property ombudsman.
100%.
For every sector and industry has
it does
this person
have
that does
this
it
person.
all.
Yeah, it's like a judge or something. But anyway, back to your question. So what I'd say you should look out for. So firstly, be price conscious.
Okay.
If you can afford it, go for it. If you can't, leave it.
Okay.
Compare different insurers.
Yes.
That is very important. Compare different insurers because the calculations are not the same. The profit margins for each company are not the same, right? I'd also say check reviews. So online, Hello Peter, if people are complaining about it.
Okay.
But bear in mind that the people who actually write to Hello Peter are either two things. So they're either very disappointed or they are very happy.
So you must consider that when reading.
That. Yeah, because I mean, most people don't. They just let it slide.
The guys who are really impressed when I say something or really like pissed off.
Okay. So just a quick question. You don't have to go deep into it. Why is it that most of our premiums do not decrease annually?
Actually, there is a company that is doing that. The company is called King Price.
Yes.
So King Price Insurance, their model is based on when you come in, you start off with a high premium.
Yes.
If you keep paying well, there are no issues with the debit orders, you are not claiming, then your premium actually goes low every year.
Okay.
Now, I hear you. You told me that there is such a company, but you've not answered me as to why they don't go down.
it does go down with that company, right?
No,
With that
generally,
company,
yes.
Generally, you're going to say, you didn't know this, but anyway, generally, with a life insurance company, right? Or with any insurer, your premium has to go down either in the first year, the third year, or the fifth year.
Okay.
Or all 3 years, or all of these,
Yes,
of these
yes.
that I've
Points,
mentioned.
yeah. Okay.
So it goes down because of something called the no claims bonus.
Okay.
Right? We've learned about it.
Yes, earlier.
So what happens is that after 1 year, the insurer has to actually review your policy, how you've been paying. And if they're happy with that, it goes down. And if you haven't been claiming. After 3 years, they'll review it again. Then your premium will go down again.
Okay.
After 5 years, it will go down again.
Then,
If your insurer does not do that automatically,
Yeah.
you can give them a call
Okay.
and ask for that no claims bonus, and then they'll decrease it.
Okay.
So then pretty much platform, I think it's quite obvious that everyone needs to actually sit down and consider and look at their documents. I know we just normally get it and sign
just
it
sign
and just like send it, get me the car, or get me the house, like I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of like costs that are hidden and like things you need to consider. But I think, thank you for today, man.
Yeah, man.
Like I think I learned quite a lot today.
I definitely did.
I didn't know what the Ombudsman thing being at like the bottom of each document.
Yeah,
but I mean,
it is actually there. Just
Yeah.
it's either at the bottom or maybe at the end,
Okay.
where they have all the addresses and stuff.
But it's there.
But it is there.
But it's there.
It is there.
Guys, listen, I mean, please, we invite you to engage with us on all of our platforms.
Definitely.
If you have further questions or like to share more of your insights, please drop them either on our comment section. Please like and subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. Do the same on all the other platforms. Send us DMs, emails if you have questions, thoughts, anything. That's what the whole platform is about. But thank you so much, man.
Thank you
thanks.
very
Like, I
much.
really enjoyed our chat today.
Thank you very much.
No, it was
All right.
great. Thanks for having me.
All right,
right.
guys. Cheers.
Cheers.
Enjoy it.